Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and I'm the Geekin Dad, and today we're taking a look at something a little bit different and in a little different style. We're taking a look at none other than the Wattbox. The Wattbox is a network controlled surge protector, for lack of a better terms, and this unit right here is going to be what we're going to take a look at today. Let's open up the box, shall we? You'll notice that it's been opened a time or two. That's okay, people like unboxings. The first thing you see is a nice power cable, and it is just a standard PC power cable. If I had to guess, I would guess it's about 3 feet long. I didn't measure and I didn't check the measurements on it, but it's about 3 feet long. One of the nice features about it is that when you look at the actual side that plugs into the wall, it is a 360-degree rotatable power plug. So no matter where you're plugged in, your orientation is going to be fine. The next thing that comes up is mounting hardware for every possible mounting solution you may need. Be it drywall or something hard, you're going to be good to go. Removing the Wattbox itself, the next thing we see are the included label stickers, which is a nice touch. You'll notice that there is this OVRC from SnapAV. It's just a quick little walkthrough and showing off their mobile app to manage these devices. Next we have our standard owner's manual, and it's a nice manual from the standpoint of it tells you everything you need to know and is very clear and easy to understand. It includes showing your mounting options, how to mount it, and then there is also a nice sample network diagram that you're going to see right here, which it's nice that they included so you get an understanding of how this works in the grand scheme of things. Of course, your standard troubleshooting and your safety tips, warranty, yada yada yada. Set that aside. The next thing is the IP Quick Start Guide, and that's specific to this series of the Wattbox, along with the regular Quick Start Guide. We'll get into those later. Of course, software CDs. We don't use these anymore, but they're there. And then a nice little touch that they put on there is a mounting template for your Wattbox, which is an understated thing, but when you're mounting these, you want to make sure you get all the holes in the right places and screws in the right places. So it's a nice touch that they include that in the box for you. So we'll set everything aside and get that out of the way and get onto the main attraction, the Wattbox itself. You'll notice as we pull apart the foam, it's a nice, good quality foam. They did not skimp on the foam, and that's just, it's nice. It was well protected during shipping. There's no doubt about that whatsoever in my mind. We'll take it out of the wrapper. And we'll get our first good glimpse at the Wattbox itself. Now, this unit comes with one always-on power port and 2 controllable power ports. You'll see here on this side we have our 2 controllable power ports along with our reset rocker, our power plug, and then some LED indicators for being protected and grounded, as well as the fact that they're both being controlled. Looking at the top, you see we have indicator LEDs again for system status, automatic reboot, the internet, and then some nomenclature put on top of there, kind of branding their product. And on the back side here you see we have the always on, which is not controllable. We have our network jack, a reset button. We have coax in and out, and either telephone like standard in and out or network. I haven't really looked at it, but take a look, and it's just a nice solid piece of equipment. There's no frills to it. It's understated. It's got its branding on it, and the branding itself looks clean, but that's your Wattbox. So what you see here is that we're at my desktop now, and we have the utility open. Now you go to the website, you download the utility. This is what you're going to use to initially connect to the Wattbox itself, and this is what you're going to use to get to it. And you can do things like you see here, your network settings. You can either have it obtain an IP address automatically, or I assign it statically. a firmware upgrader tool, and about, and of course you can refresh the list. So we're gonna go ahead and launch the web user interface and show you guys what this is about. And here you have it. It's a simple, no frills web GUI that lets you control the Wattbox itself. So if you look right here, you'll notice that we have our power rocker, our power switch, our indicator lights for being both protection and being grounded, and that both of these are being both power port 1 and power port 2 are controlled. Now if we come and look up here, we have some information that tells us that, hey, we're able to get online. And then if we look down here, you'll notice that port 1 is labeled trip light because I have a UPS plugged into it. And then port 2 is labeled a secondary desk. That's the desk that I set up any test computers or anything like that up on. So that's where those go. So those are your two controllable ports. Now, if you had a larger Wattbox, say you were in a network environment and like at work, say you were in a small to mid-sized business and you wanted a larger Wattbox, you can control. They make these in very large configurations where you have, you know, upwards of 20, 30 plugs that, again, you can all control each of them individually. So the first thing that you can see is that you can reset everything. So in essence, like pressing the reset button on everything, or you can reset each individual power port itself, so anything connected to it will get reset as well. So just a very quick power cycle. Or you can turn everything completely off. So in this case, we're going to turn off the secondary desk, and it's going to prompt us, and we're going to say okay. And you'll notice that there's no light. Now, if I had my camera with me, I would get down and show you that there is also no light on the Wattbox itself, but I promise you that there is no power going to my secondary desk. In fact, I just heard my monitor click off. So we'll turn it back on, and it asks if we're sure. We're going to click OK again. And then we have power now. So that's the basics of this. Now, what's nice about it is that, again, this is more geared towards your work environment, or in my case, like ultra prosumer type person, right? So this will be handy because I can do a little bit of power management by disabling the secondary desk. In this case, I think I'm going to leave it off because I don't have anything that needs to be on right now. And we're going to go ahead and do that. So if we look over the settings, we can configure it a little bit. It's not the fastest response times in the world, but for being a power device, it's actually not bad. So here you can see where you can test your communications and everything like that. This is where you can also rename. And then you can tell it if it's normal operation or just reset only. Scheduling. You can schedule power cycles, turning off and turning on, and all that fun stuff. So this is where you really start getting into some power management features of it, which is really, really nice. So if you have switches, or if you have computers connected to this for some reason, that you have a set cycle that you need these to be turned on and off, or reset at a particular time, you can actually schedule all of that stuff out. Here you go again with our network connections, but remember, we can do that here in the Wattbox utility itself. One of the nice features is being able to send via email messages when any of these events occur. So I've got it set up to send to myself right now, to where if something happens, for the most part, if something happens, I know about it, which it's a nice feature to have. Coming back over to the account, we'll just have your standard user accounts to set up. And then here's your time where you take a look at that. And then our event log just tells you what happened. It's just your typical event log about the unit, your system status, and then where you can save or restore your settings. So that's been the Wattbox. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. I don't know pricing on it specifically because I got this through work, and pricing is on a reseller basis. I want to say that something around this size would probably be in the $75 to $100 range, which might be a little high, but remember, you got to remember who this is for and what it's for. So, that being said, thank you guys for coming along this journey of the Wattbox with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this change in style of video as well. And I hope that you come back and take a look when we have the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you would, please. It helps me out a lot. Click like or dislike on the video, letting me know what you think about it, or let me know directly what you think about it, either in the comments below, or you can find me on Twitter at GeekinDad to let me know as well. And finally, I've got to make a plug for it because it's up and running and I'm very proud of this baby. My website, www.geekindad.com. If you get thegeekindad.com, that's okay. That'll send you right to the same place as well. On there, you'll find all my content as well and a little bit more about what's going on in my life on a personal level. And sometimes I dump what's in my brain as well. So go check it out, www.geekindad.com. Thanks for watching, guys. And until the next video, geek out.